QI stuff, and this one is directed at the Uprising team specifically. I'm going to leave it unlisted. This is not going to be a public video, so it's directed towards the Uprising team. I'm disappointed in us this season. We're getting our asses kicked in GBG, which is understandable and acceptable to me, honestly, because people have families, jobs. GBG is hard to babysit sometimes. I get that. So if you can't hit GBG, whatever. But QI is morning and evening, and there's no reason to not participate in it. The settlement itself is easy to build, easy to maintain, and there's no reason to not do it. It's like not completing GE. I've forgotten to complete GE on some seasons, but really there's no excuse besides I forgot. You know, it's easy though, and the idea that you need to buy shards or actions. I haven't bought actions yet. I'm going to tonight, but you can see that my action purchase is at 450, so I haven't bought actions this season. I'm going to buy them tonight. This is my settlement, and the idea that you need to buy space with shards is also a fallacy. So I bought 100, 150, and 200 with shards on space. The rest of the space in my settlement comes from goods production and just building a productive settlement. And I've made dozens of videos on this. Sneg has a ton of information out there as well, but I've made dozens of videos on QI. And the funny thing to me is that I've gotten a lot of feedback from on my YouTube videos, but I've gotten a lot of feedback from other players on other servers as well as other guilds in Conrear. And I got a screenshot from an OBL player this season explaining to me why they're dominating us, and he sent me a screenshot of his layout, and it was a fucking layout from one of my YouTube videos. So the reason these guys are beating us is that they're actually taking the time to fucking absorb the information that's readily available to everyone, and they're just taking the time to absorb it. And it's like I said, there's no diamond. You can see my diamond bar. You can see that I haven't bought actions or excessive expansions. So there's no dollar budget involved in this. It's just a matter of actually doing the thing. And so it's kind of painfully ironic to me to get screenshots from OBL players going, this is why we're kicking your guys' ass, and they send me a screenshot of a fucking YouTube video that I made for the benefit of Uprising, and people just don't pay attention. So that's kind of salt in the wound, I guess. Sneg has a similar strategy to mine. She has the same shard and diamond budget that I do. We build our cities a little bit differently, but we both get the same end result when it's all said and done. So ask me or Sneg for tips on building your settlement, but there's really no reason for OBL to be copying layouts that Snegaruchka and I have designed. OBL is copying those, and no one at Uprising is benefiting from that. There's really no excuse for that. Let's get into the shit though. I have resources, but I have nothing to build. There's no reason to build anything. I could build more monuments, but I don't have space. This is 10 expansions. It's maxed out, neutral happiness, but I don't need to build anything. I don't need troops. Those are all built throughout the season. And I don't buy shards with diamonds. I will this season. Do not hit donation nodes. I can move to this, and I do have surplus of goods to donate. Do not hit donation nodes if you're able to fight. Please save those for the people who cannot fight. This is difficulty level 12. Enemy is at 275. This is difficulty level 12. Let me know when I need to swap troops, please, just in case I zone out. We got one injured ballista. I think we can keep running it. One dead. Keep running it. Two injured. More injured. Oh, now we gotta buy actions. I lost one ballista. This is difficulty level 12, and the idea that this is inachievable unless you spend a ton of shards on it or diamonds is absolutely wrong, and it's frustrating that people continue to believe this. There is a ton of information out there from our guild alone. Like, Sneg is providing this information, I'm giving this information, Nathan the Savage also has a really good city design strategy. There are people in this guild that are giving this information to be able to accomplish this, and it's frustrating to me to see no one using it and people hitting level 12 like, oh, I can't do anything, good luck. But I'm just gonna move to this and dump all my... I don't need to dump that, right? There's probably cities that aren't able to fight at this point, and for me to move to this node and dump my extra goods just for the cheap actions is totally counterproductive to the guild. This is a team effort, guys, and the information is out there. It's just a matter of actually understanding it and doing it. So at this point this season, I am going to buy extra actions. I'm going to burn up all of my diamonds as well as my shards and see if we can get back on the map. But this should not be a burden that falls to myself or Oren or Shell or, oops, fat-fingered manual battle. Do yourself a favor and do not surrender this, because it'll waste your shards. So you just gotta sit here and watch the shit do the shit. Shit's done. No injuries. It's unfair to expect top players to carry this when everyone can build a settlement that accomplishes what I had at the beginning of this video, right? Plenty of attack ability, plenty of troops, able to fight on level 12, and using actions consistently throughout the season. It's morning and night. You don't gotta babysit it 24/7. It's twice a day. Check in, collect your settlement, hit the map, check out. It takes 5 minutes to do QI. So the idea that there's a diamond paywall or something like that prevents you from doing QI is absolute bullshit. It's just laziness, honestly, is really what it comes down to. There's no reason to not do it. The rewards are awesome, first of all, but the amount of time that it takes compared to anything else in the game, like GBG, is an absolute chore. But even settlements, GE, fucking hitting threads and trying to dump a bar of FP, you'll be able to do QI faster than it would take you to do any of those tasks. So there's no reason not to do it. Pretty much out of this action bar. Yeah. We'll just let him die. Oh, gotta refresh it. Boss node. I'm not gonna swap them. Not gonna swap them. Not gonna swap them. Still not gonna swap them. Are you guys starting to understand maybe how easy QI actually is, and the lack of sympathy that I feel for people who are saying that QI is difficult and I can't do anything, when all this information is available to you and you just have chosen not to receive it or apply it? Does that make sense? I hope this actually stimulates some change here at Uprising, because I'll make up actions if I can. I'll chip in a couple thousand here for the guild, but that shouldn't be up to me. That shouldn't be up to Shell or Mord or Stinky or any single player to make up those action gains. That should be up to the guild as a whole to build a better settlement and to build it sustainable into the end game. Does that make sense? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.